Good morning. Welcome back to God's Golden Acres. I'm Kim, and coming up is a Dream Weavers podcast on strawberries, and I will be featured in that. And so I wanted to drop a video updating on the strawberries. That way it's out there because people are, of course, going to start looking for stuff. Show you the good, the bad, the ugly, because let's see, this patch is good. The second half of this patch is ugly, and then that patch is bad. And that's just poor conditions this summer with no rain. And once you get cracks in your drive, I'm trying to decide if the Amish are coming up my driveway or not. I don't think so. And once you get cracks in the dirt, watering almost becomes useless. It's not totally useless, but the water drains really quickly, and it just then infiltrates your field even if you're watering it, unfortunately. Especially because we only have one field and we don't have the greatest watering system set up. We have a giant pump for irrigation system. That'll be up by spring so we can protect blossoms, but not something we could do. Liz, no. Would they got moles? Well, the moles have decided they want to be in the strawberry patch, which means you risk getting the strawberries dug up. All right, so let me show you the goods area, which is our early glows. And outside of needing tilled between rows, like you can see how thick these rows are, and we're to the point where we don't necessarily have a lot of room for runners, and we're just trying to kind of scoot them in, because these are your runners for your daughter plants, and like here's a wild one, and I just kind of have to pick and shift stuff around. So this will be our main producer. This started out as 25 plants, and especially these two rows here have just exploded. So there's obviously way more than 25 plants here. How many can I count right here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like 10 daughter plants in that just small area. So these are nice thick rows. They will give us lots of berries this year. Early glow, they're the earliest berry. They're the smallest berry. Also one of the sweetest. These are ugly because the deer keep eating them, but they're doing okay. Deer are our biggest pest, but there's still lots of runners. They're kind of hard to see between the weeds that I need to get, but they're doing all right. Produce amazingly next year? No. I mean, they're still having the trouble with the drought. That everything is. A whole garden had trouble with the drought. And then here's the bad patch, which I have nicknamed Patchy. So it's my the patchy patch is named Patchy. So it's better. So these 5 rows have been fertilized recently. We're try the next 2 days to get these done. So these, you can see, are really plopping up and getting their runners. So here's a baby runner. I'm gonna scooch this way. We're supposed to get rain for the next 2 days. We're starting to get runners. But it's bad. And we're really working with it in the fall with, here's very fresh deer prints. And it's a little one. So it's a lot of work. And of course there's a train now. Curse of living near the tracks. But honestly, most of it was just rain this year. The lack of rain, and even with watering every other day, because you want to deep water, we couldn't get it deep enough. There wasn't any rain to give us relief. So if you were sick, which we were sick a couple times, then you got behind on watering because you just can't get out of bed. It's just hard. So we don't expect great yields out of these this year. The only one we think we're going to have great yields is the early glows. But it's a start. And this is also part of the reason why you start small. Because we didn't lose 3 fields. We only lost half of one, basically. So the next year, we will plant in between with more jewel in this area, and then we'll plant this one here with something. I don't know if we're gonna do jewel again. Jewel is a favorite. People always seem to enjoy jewel. They get to that medium-sized berry, so people don't think they're too small. We don't like All-Star. Don't do it. And there's lots of decisions. We're going to be looking at our options because we might even decide to try a late season berry. That is not something we've worked with before. So a small patch of that actually might make a great experiment. Whether they're a little bit more heat resistant when they're early growing, especially if we get another hot summer. So we might decide to do that as an experiment. Well, it's the next day now. I worked on getting everything really well fertilized and backfilling because of the deer and moles and all the critters getting in the strawberry patch. So, and now we're getting rain. It's kind of misty right now. I think we've got about 1/4 inch, and we should get more tonight, which is more than we've had in a month. So it'll be really, really helpful, and hopefully starts actually getting the cracks in the dirt to start filling in. She loves joining me on camera. You silly filly. Anyway, thanks for being with us. The podcast will be up today. I will go ahead and post a link to that in the description below if you want to learn more about strawberries. And of course, we will be doing deep bedding strawberries here soon when the soil hits about 40 degrees. So usually end of October to into November. Say bye. So hit that subscribe button to follow along, hit that like button to let us know that you like what we're doing here, and comment your favorite fruit. It's always interesting to see what people like and what region you're in to see the differences. Thanks for being with us today. God bless.